Hello, everybody. So we're going to talk about, we started the average calculator here to just be able to take in, calculate the average. So for example, here's one method that takes in 2 parameters. Here's another average method that takes in 3 parameters and calculates it correctly up into Mr. Brown's small errors. But ideally, this probably is a better way, right? You should have some kind of way to take in 5 numbers or 10 numbers or 17 numbers, right? And that's the beauty of an array. So I'm going to just kind of do, again, I'm doing kind of just a shell version of this so that you can see, and obviously you could then play around with it and get it to be more interactive, but I'm going to declare an array of ints, right? An array of ints and call it nums, okay? And I'll say equals new int, and let's just go with 5 just to start off with, right? Everybody with me so far? So I'm going to make a new array of ints that takes in 5 values. So then I'll go ahead and assign some of those values, and to whatever you want, and so on and so forth. To and I'll pause the video so you don't have to watch me do all this. And thanks to Movie Magic, we're back with all those different values, and we'll pick up from there next time. And we're back for the values for the sign. Now, instead of calculating the average by taking in 2 integers, right, I can actually write a new method, public static. I'm still going to return a double average. I'm going to overload it one more time. And now I'm going to take in an array of integers I'm just going to call it R for array. And I'm going to basically calculate it for this amount of values. So obviously still I can bookend it. So double answer equals, I'm just going to set it to 0. And then I'm going to return answer. Now, here's the fun part. So basically we have an array, and we're going to, this is kind of the problem solving part. I'm going to teach you on this first one, but then you're going to have to solve it in general and kind of modify. So this is your little tutorial. We do for int. So basically I want to walk through the array. So int I equals 0. I is less than 5, right? That's how big it is for right now. And then I plus plus. Okay. And my little for loop. Now, so now what does it mean to take the average? Well, you're going to add up all those things and then divide by the number that you have. So that's what I'll do. So I'll probably make a new variable. I'll say double sum equals 0, right? And so now for each of I could just actually kind of go through one by one, but this for loop is obviously going to be kind of the nice way to do it. So I'll say sum plus equals, and then the value that it is. So we have our array. So array of I. Okay, let's slow that down. So for each of the values of I, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take that value, the value of that array, and add it into the sum. Okay. Then finally, to calculate the answer, would just be equal to sum divided by 5. Okay. Now that's great. That's all fine and dandy. Obviously, we need something a little bit more complicated. So this is really, I'm going to say average of 5, right? 5 things. So just to prove that it works. So average of 5 numbers, right? Array of 5. So now I'm going to actually pass in the actual parameter. I'm going to pass in nums. So the nums is going to go in here. It takes the average of 5, and average of 5, it goes as the answer, builds it, solves that problem, and then returns it. So let's test it, make sure it works. So I run it, and yep, there you go, right? So it actually did that. Now that's for 5 numbers. Obviously, we have the same problem if we only had to do 5. So go ahead and type in this average of 5 method. That's what you're gonna kind of do. Maybe write it by hand first, and then copy it down. Whatever works for you will allow you to do that. But then obviously we want to just do a normal average method that takes in an array that will solve this problem for any number of any size of the array. A little note, we can also, that will help you as a little hint, system.out.println, the number of values is, and then we can actually just use nums. obviously we know it's 5, but there's a little nums.length without parentheses, and we'll try this. And oh, sorry, I changed that method name. Run. Okay, the number of values is 5. So that nums.length is actually a nice variable that we'll be talking about that you can use. And I hope that helps. And good luck, and I'll see you later. God bless.